Can you believe that I have honestly, it looks like a treasure chest. I'm going to call it a treasure chest. Hello guys, this is Sue from Lopsided Learning. Welcome back to our channel. If you are new to this channel, hello and welcome. This is the perfect channel for so many reasons, and today is especially the perfect time to watch because I have some super duper finds that weren't necessarily found dug up. I have vintage pieces and very possibly antique pieces. I'll explain more about that later. But I'm going to show you one of the things that I have acquired. And when I go through all of this stuff, guys, without even knowing it, you gotta see this. You're learning about history. You're learning about chemistry. You're learning a lot. So welcome to Lopsided Learning, where we learn a lot in a lopsided way, and we have fun learning. All right, let's jump into my find. Here we go. Okay, guys, look at this treasure. But this just isn't just like any old chest, okay? And I'll explain a little bit why, because here we go. Just look. Not only does this chest hold things, well, there's not stuff from them in it, but look at this, guys. We actually have original shipping tags, okay? You see this, right? It says American Railway Express Co. or Company. Oh my goodness gracious, isn't that the coolest? And you can even go a little bit further and start to see the street it's going to and things like that. But that's not the only sticker on this. Can you believe there's another sticker? Check this out. So on the side, this is the side of this chest. It looks like a cool, awesome treasure chest. There is another sticker, or label, I probably should say. And if you look at this, you can see, I don't know if you, like this way, it says Buffalo, New York. So this is like a freight chest. It's like a freight chest that people would use to ship things on a train or wherever they were going to be going. So yeah, they left from Buffalo, New York. And this belonged to a man. I'm not gonna say the last name, and hopefully you can't see it because I don't know, I don't feel right about it, but it's Mr. Anthony something, okay? And it is going to Newark, New York. Now look here, guys. We also have the name of the company, Buffalo Luggage. Now, I tried to do some research on Buffalo Luggage and I found some mixed things. It's kind of confusing. But either way, the thing I want to bring up is that the shipment date, okay, guys? And I'm not sure if we can see it on this one or the other one. Maybe it's not, it might not be easily seen. And you know what? It's not easily seen, but I'll tell you. February 20th, 1928. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Can you believe that I have given to me by my mother and sister honestly, it looks like a treasure chest. I'm going to call it a treasure chest. That's from February 1928 and still has the labels and still has the corporation, you know, the Buffalo Luggage. Oh, it's so cool, right? I mean, it's so cool. Oh my gosh. And they bought it for like $5. Oh my goodness. Anyway, here we go. Okay, I'm going to calm down now, guys, because I've had this a while and I've been wanting to show it to you. So let's check it out in a different way. Let's try to be really cool about this. So all of this beautiful hardware And there's wood. And I mean, you just feel it, and it's in pretty good shape. It has like all the original parts and pieces on it. And here's one of the sides. My husband says the back looks better than the front. He's right, but this would be leather. Oh, yes. To pick it up. I'm gonna, just because he said that, I'm gonna show you the back. You gotta see it from all sides, right? So here's the back of the trunk, guys. Amazing. Again, we still have the Neato hardware, right? There's nothing that has been replaced or anything like that. Totally original. You know, there's some damage and stuff, but I mean, it's a treasure chest. How cool is that? Okay, let's look at it a little bit more. Because, here we go. Okay, now, let's look at the important hardware. This is cool. Look at that. Snap. Snap. I'm making the snap noises, right? Look at that. So even the hardware says things too. That is pretty cool. Oh, this is just such an amazing find. So yeah, I would be lying if I said I didn't use this as a treasure chest for one of my children's birthdays, because I so did. But let's look now inside the treasure chest. And now, I want you to understand whatever is inside the treasure chest was not there before. We got this beautiful treasure chest that my mom and sister found at a garage sale for $5, I think. I keep saying $5. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. Okay, here we go. I'm going to pull it out a little bit. Oh, come on, little treasure chest. Little is kind of an understatement. Okay, so now that we got the hardware unhinged, I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to put you down a second and we're going to look at it. Hang on. Okay, guys. The treasure chest is open. Now, as you can see right away, you're going to notice this back here. It goes throughout the entire chest. Now, it is not made of fabric, okay? That's important to note. It's kind of like a wallpaper material. And again, some damage. But you know what? I don't care. It's so cool. And the other cool part is right here, there's some like ridges that it goes straight across. Same thing on the opposite side, straight across, so that like a wood piece probably went across it to keep things either safe inside or whatever. Now, you know, for my son's birthday party, we put a piece of wood across, and then we put the treasure inside the top of the treasure chest. And each kiddo got some bounty when they found it after they did a map. Okay, anyway, let's keep looking. Now, but I want to say something. Now, you know, this treasure chest, it wouldn't be a proper lopsided learning video, especially since I do true or false, guys, if I didn't put my own stuff inside the box. So inside the box, I have put some treasures, but we're not going to play true or false here. I'm just going to show you, okay? So I'm going to link in some of the World War II stuff that I have been promising you guys and I'm working very hard on, and I promise I will get it to you. It's a little more tricky than I thought it would be, but let's get just a quick taste. Here we go. All right, if you look down inside this box, oh, look at here, there's a man standing here in some military gear. Boy, is that a handsome man. Well, it sure is a handsome man. So what I did was put some of my favorite things in this box that I will be showing you guys once I put all of my World War II stuff from this man here together. So guys, this is my grandfather. His name is William Edward King, or his name was William Edward King. He was born in 1921, and he graduated from, well, I guess was it still considered that? I think they called it Youngstown. I'm trying to remember, Youngstown High in New York. Okay. We'll get into much more of that later, lots of that detail. But so not long after he graduated from college, he entered the Coast Guard, okay? And a little known fact, honestly, nobody knew this, I think. No one knew this. When I found his yearbooks, I found out that he did photography club. He did, and he's in it in his last 2 years during high school. And then I found some letters, I'm not going to talk about them too much now, that also get into what to do with film and stuff like that. There's a lot of pictures, and flipping quickly because I don't want to give everything away. And I found another album, which isn't even out here. But that is so going to be seen by you guys, okay? Each picture he took. I found another photo album of his time in World War II. And in his time when he was in World War II, before Americans officially declared World War II. Probably a lot of people know that, but I'll explain it further to those of you who don't understand or didn't learn it this way. Oh, okay, here we go. So the next thing you have to notice is these two things. So these little guys here are cameras for back in the day. Now, the only thing I don't know is which one was used by my grandfather. Either way, I do believe that one of these was used for the pictures that he took, you know, these many pictures I have when he was in service in the Coast Guard, okay? So I think what we're going to do right here, right now is I am going to pause, and I'm going to take these two little finds over to a different area so I can show you what is inside. Here we go, guys. Okay, guys, so I have just opened up the one that was brown, and I really needed 2 hands to do it, guys, because you're supposed to push these 2 buttons here, and that opens up this camera, which is super cool. Look at that accordion looking. Oh, it's wonderful. Wow. Okay, so this is our first one, okay? And this is a camera made by Ansco. Ansco, okay? I don't know the exact date of this, but I do know that handwriting, if you can see it down there, it looks like my grandfather's. So I don't know if this is the camera he used to take with him during his time in the service or not, but I do know that he put himself some notes down here, and it might be hard to see. So what it basically says, so there's, you know, the lens and stuff, but then it's kind of telling him what settings to put it on. And I'm sorry, there is a shadow, guys. Okay, so it says sun 22. So if there's sun out, you're going to want to put it on the 22 on the dial there, I'm assuming. If I'm wrong, guys, go ahead and let me know. I apologize. And then there is another piece he wrote that says shade, and it looks like he has 6.3 written in there. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, 6.3. Totally cool. So this very well, oh, so cool. This very well could have been the camera that he used to take all of these photographs that date back to his time in the Coast Guard, and I had absolutely no idea he was a photographer until I found so much stuff. But we'll get into that during that World War II video I keep promising. All right, let's get to the other camera. So the other camera was in here, okay? And so it has a nice little carrying case. It's made of leather. And then I opened it up for you too because it's another thing that would take two hands to do. Look at this beauty. So this is a Kodak. It is a Kodak camera, and it says Kodak ... Dakar #1. Very interesting, right? Now with Kodak, I get kind of a little extra excited because, I mean, it even says things like the George Eastman house. Well, it doesn't say the George Eastman house. I'm getting past myself here. It says Eastman Kodak, and I can't remember quite where I saw that. But again, we've got the nice, it just looks like an accordion. It is so cool the way this thing folds out. I wish I grabbed someone when I came out here to do this. But yes, and then there's the back. And it kind of explains, you know, open only while winding. So I don't know. I doubt many. I mean, does anybody remember those days when you used to have to take a camera and wind it? I mean, that was like, I don't remember that very well, but I've heard of that. And I know sometimes when you went to a mall, you could get double exposures. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, here we go. Let me continue. So yeah, Kodak and Eastman Kodak. Cool story. In between where I live currently and where I used to live, in Rochester, New York. I don't even know exactly which way this goes here, guys. I'm just going to like place it so I don't hurt it. So Eastman Kodak, just looks better like that. It's so cool. Eastman Kodak, he was an incredible person. He was a philanthropist as well. And today you can still go. They have an Eastman Kodak museum in Rochester, New York. I have been there, and it is really cool because you see cameras like this. But it's not just cool because of cameras like this. They also show cameras that are, you know, made by Ansco and things like that, and they tell you the history. And you can actually see little vials of the different types of liquid used to, you know, make film and stuff. Okay, but there is one thing about Eastman Kodak. So he was the first person to develop the paper to be used, you know, by people doing the filming and things. And he also was the first one to kind of come up with the idea of film, like in a roll and things like that. But back to the George Eastman house and this awesome Kodak camera. If you ever get to Rochester, New York, check out the Eastman house museum, because it's basically his house, and it's still, I feel weird having you just looking at the camera. The Eastman house is pretty incredible. Everything is just as it was. His room, his entertainment area. He has a magnificent organ. It's huge. And he would play music on this thing, and sometimes he would let it play to the area in Rochester if anyone was around that wanted to hear. He sounds like he was like really a fantastic person. And if you go to the Eastman house, they do special things sometimes, which is so cool. They have the first and only, maybe? I don't know for sure, but they have the black and white version of The Wizard of Oz. And once in a while, guys, they will actually show that. Not sure how you get into one of those deals, but they will show the black and white version of The Wizard of Oz because they still have it. It's intact. It's beautiful. The real deal, okay? So that's cool. They also do give out awards to actors or actresses, people like that, who do amazing things because they have a little stage there. They have a little theater, you know, and a stage. And I think they've had, like, Julia Roberts has been there, and I'm trying to think, Michael Douglas received an award there too. Very cool, the Eastman House. Yeah, and it's still up and running, and it's beautiful. You must check it out. It's just fantastic, everything around it. Yeah, so that is my spiel about Kodak. There is so much more to tell, but maybe if you go to the Eastman House, you'll learn more than I can offer. But either way, these two cameras are magnificent. And I do believe that one of them was likely used. Like I said, yeah, for taking the many pictures I have acquired during my grandfather's time in the Coast Guard from 1940 to, I believe, November of 1945. It's been a long time. World War II was an awful time. So I'm not trying to be like, oh yay, World War II. But it was quite a time in history. Okay, guys. I hope you liked this lopsided learning video, and if you did, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. I've got some more neat things coming your way, a lot of treasures and things, and I think we're gonna have fun. And if I got anything wrong, guys, please leave it in the comments. And also, if you have any ideas for me of what you might want to see or do differently or anything like that, please let me know and I will try to figure something out. All right, guys. I'll catch you next time. Have a great night, guys, and stay well. Bye-bye.